Developer switching costs billions. What do I mean by developer switching costs? I mean the cost of onboarding when people join. The CTO of a public media company told us that people are quitting because it was too hard to learn their code base. And I also mean the knowledge loss when people leave. You know the Las Vegas Fear, the U2 show? The company behind the graphics told us they fear what will happen when their chief engineer leaves. People joining, leaving, taking on new responsibilities, changing teams, bringing in consultants and security auditors. All of these are developer switching costs, and underlying all of them is the issue of code knowledge. Every line of code in a million-line code base requires knowledge of the design and the organization, of the customers and the domain. When you make a feature request, it may take the veteran only a few minutes, while the new hire, even one very experienced, will require days and weeks of reading and searching. Ideally, everything needs to be done by an expert. And experts will only do things they're experts in, but that's not the case thanks to these switching costs. And that is our opportunity. We are beginning with the problem of developer onboarding. We asked 25 companies, how long does it take a new hire to get fully productive? And 85% of them said over 2 months. And the giants, Google, Meta, we heard 2 years, of which the first 6 months, they're net negative in productivity. And that's why these giants invest very heavily in technical training materials, bootcamp, code labs. But the catch is that they can only afford to do this for the least common denominator of all their systems. For the actual code bases that teams work in every day, the second most common onboarding solution we hear is, this is your onboarding buddy. They'll spend 20 hours helping you. But the most common onboarding solution we hear is, there's a docs, you're on your own. Imagine instead a world where an AI clone of the lead engineer can sit down with every new hire and show them the ropes to bring them up to speed as fast as possible. That is our existing product, but we're building beyond that to create a system that sees your roadmap and tracks what everyone knows in order to drip the exact right content to the right time, so that for each new task, each person is able to fly through it like an F-16. And thus, from a single product, because of all the applications, we make it less expensive to hire people, less expensive to fire people, less expensive to manage, and we increase your software team's velocity, quality, and security. Now, developer tools are a pretty crowded space, but we're the first entrant in a brand new category. Let me explain push versus pull learning. Push learning is courses, curriculum, university, how we've been teaching for thousands of years, but modern chatbots throw all that away. They're pull learning. Pull learning is when you walk in physics class, and instead of teaching physics, professor goes, ask me anything. And there are a few tools out there that do pull learning for developers, but they don't solve the developer switching cost problem any more than Stack Overflow is designed to replace universities. In push learning, we are alone, as the only ones playing this much harder game of proactive curriculum development, proactive curriculum generation, guided and optimized by learning science. And others see this unique as well, for when I showed our prototype a few months ago to 30 engineers, only one of the 30 saw an existing product as a substitute. And thus, our real competition is the human-written documentation and onboarding buddies used by the vast majority of companies. But yes, as an alternative, you could try to go to one of the AI doc-gen companies like Swim and make it a little bit better to say, there's a docs, you're on your own. And maybe you'd be tempted to try one of the ChatGPT for code solutions. There's one bundled with copilots. And these tools are great for lots of things, but they're not for onboarding. We ran a study. For onboarding, they slow people down. We've done 2 customer rollouts so far. Last year, we found that our style of generating material is able to bring a new engineer from 1 to a 7 in understanding key workflows in under 15 minutes. Now, that was a validation run, manually written content. But now our AIs can generate that content, which we did last month with a Swedish healthcare tech company. And within 2 weeks, they saw the new guy was onboarding faster, asking deeper questions, had better morale. It saved the manager time. It saved the CTO time. And from that, they paid us $1,000. And they decided that for each new hire, they'll pay us an additional $1,000. Now, that was our onboarding product, but we're building beyond that. as we build capabilities to deep integrate the organization and form knowledge tracking for everyone. We also roll out a subscription service that can accelerate existing employees in all their future tasks, as well as a mass market product for individuals who wish to learn code bases. And we got calculated based on a per country pricing model. Now, the first two of these products alone have a total market of around 13 billion. Our initial focus is on Series A style companies of 20 to 200 engineers, similar to the one we already closed. But we will grow from there using an enterprise sales playbook, leveraging the 400 previous customers of our past company and our partnerships with consulting companies in the US and Sweden. We're also building mindshare by partnering with open source projects that wish to mandate the use of UpToSpeed in order to increase contributor quality. And from only 31 enterprise deals, we'll achieve an annual revenue of 3 million. So who are we? Hi, I'm Jimmy. I've been working in programming tools for 14 years. I have a PhD from MIT in the subject. I was one of the first Teal Fellows. I've had my work featured in the New York Times, and I've been founder or engineer of 5 companies in this space. Our last company has trained over 400 people, which I built together with Nils, who is joining again as CTO of UpToSpeed. Previously at Discovery, he built the streaming platform behind the 2020 Olympics. And we're joined by his colleague, William, the AI expert who has built core technology for multiple AI startups. We are formally advised by Professor Solar Lizama, world expert in neurosymbolic AI, and we have strong connections to leading psychologists in the fields of learning science and educational AI. And now we're raising a pre-seed to bring us to 3 million in annual revenue in under 2 years. And the need for our solutions is only growing because as programmers spend less time doing things thanks to AI, they spend more time knowing things. So join us as we build the AI trainer that lands the multi-billion opportunity in onboarding, and then sail beyond to create the database that sees everything there is to know about your system, and the dashboard that tracks everything your employees do know about your system, to unlock the trillions of values we had in the world once all software is created by experts. Come talk. We'll be by the gray couch. Thank you.